Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back. So, different video once again, man. I know we might be beating a dead horse at this point, but obviously I keep getting asked every single night about this dodging Discord in North America and all the EMLS guys that are in it and what I think and kind of my opinion and everything due to the fact that I was in the EMLS. So, I want to put out a video. I'm not putting ads on this, anything like that. I literally just want to have my response kind of out there to everything. And due to the fact that Perfect Hair Mike LaBelle came out with one too, and he was one of the two people that Nick called out that did not do it. And Nick, thank you so much for clearing my name because that would have been a nightmare to deal with. I feel like I should possibly come out with something too. So this is kind of my response to all of it, my thoughts and the people being in the Discord, my thoughts on just kind of the whole situation. Obviously, the fact that I'm a streamer and I get stream sniped so often, it's not even funny as well. And just kind of the gist of it, dude. So let's hop right in. Flat out, haven't met every single one of them, but as you can probably tell, weirdos. Like I don't care what they think of me. I don't really care at all. They're weirdos, man. No normal person out there that is happy with themselves, that's happy with their life, is going over just to try to fuck other people's lives over, you know? Nobody's sitting there every single day that's living this lavish life that they're so happy with and they're so content with that they feel the need to screw up somebody else's life when they literally get no gain out of it whatsoever. Whether or not Nick hits 28, 29, 30 this following weekend does not change the fact that he's already verified. It doesn't change the fact that his videos are going to get views. Like, it does not matter. Nick is a friend of mine, and like I said, this isn't like me being pro Nick or anything. It's me kind of being anti like all the crap that happens and all the people out there that just try to see people fail. In terms of FIFA, Nick's YouTube channels, unbelievable. Nick's Twitch channel, unbelievable. Nick's Twitter, unbelievable. And bro, his Instagram, I don't even think he posts selfies or anything. His Instagram's popping too. He's gonna be fine, and I think kind of the sad reality of it is the fact that Nick will probably post a video tomorrow on both of his channels, and maybe even just one of his channels, and he's going to make more money than these guys make all year, and that is the problem that they have in their head. I think it simply just comes down to jealousy at the end of the day. I'm watching the video back right now kind of as I make this, and I'm sorry that I'm so fired up. It's like I've been streaming for so many years, and I've had to deal with so many stream snipers that honestly, I'm thrilled that somebody's actually called them out, and someone with a voice to actually kind of make a difference to, like Nick as well. So that obviously just kind of pertains to the stream snipers. The next thing I want to talk about is obviously like the dodging that goes on. You guys have played FIFA, if you guys have played FUT Champion since the beginning, dodging has been a thing since literally the start of it, man. There's been ways that people would tell by kits, like if you play with a specific kit that you wouldn't go into games. EA came out with something so where you couldn't see people's kits anymore. Last year was home games. All the pros only played home games. I came out with the video last year on how to get more wins in FUT Champions. I told you guys this. The video did really well. People had no idea that this was going on. And it was a way that all of these guys, I think that Mike LaBelle mentioned, there were 75, like 30-0s last week. There's ways that they're still dodging each other. And I think as long as that remains in FUT Champions, it's an absolutely skewed system and it's not the right system at all. All EA, in my opinion, would need to do is sit down a handful of people, maybe sit down a handful of pros. I don't know how inclined a lot of them would be to probably answer truthfully. All they have to do is just sit them down and say, hey, how do you tell if you're home? How do you tell if you're away? What way is it possible for you to tell anything aside from the match that you are literally just in it? That's all they would need to do. I think it would make it a lot more fair for everybody who plays FUT Champions in general. The guys that maybe played their first 15 games and somehow started around the same time as a pro player did, that wind up playing 3 of them, rather than a pro player just starting his FUT Champions games and not playing a single pro the entire way because they have some skewed system to kind of avoid each other the entire time. I think most people last year figured out the home game thing. I think that's just a thing. I think a lot of people ended up doing it. I think going into a Discord to dodge each other is obviously very, very excessive. I don't know. I mean, I get it in a sense because I think a lot of these guys end up giving their rewards to larger YouTubers, and that's some of their income that they get throughout the entire year. So if they get top 100, maybe a YouTuber is going to give them 50 to 100 bucks, and they're going to make money off that. They're obviously going to get global series ranking points off of that too. But in the long run, all these guys that are dodging are guys, for the majority of them, I saw a few that do qualify for events, but the majority of them don't qualify for events. So at the end of the day, these guys still have to go through the whole qualification process once they are verified. they're not really doing anything with it. So I don't understand the whole point of dodging each other to the extent that they're kind of going right now. EA isn't going to be able to see every single time maybe somebody shot someone a text message and say, hey, I'm searching right now, don't look. This could easily change to a group chat. I think obviously if things kind of come forward and it's proven that people are dodging each other, then yeah, then 100% they should be banned. But I think the first thing that EA needs to do is sit down a bunch of people, make sure there is zero way whatsoever of telling that you're matched up against somebody. Obviously on stream, and like I said, this happens to me all the time. It happened even last night when people wait 15 to 20 seconds to ready up into a game, which is typically the delay that's on a live stream for most streamers. You usually know that person's in the chat. If you go check the viewer list, they're typically there. So that's on the streamer at that point to 100% like cover their screen. It's a shame that it happens, but it happens to everybody. If people stream, like to think that Castro, to think that Nick 28T, to think that Tex, to think that all these guys don't get stream snipe at any point in time, it's kind of ridiculous to think due to the fact that if any of you guys watch Fortnite at all, literally stream snipers, pretty much every single game they load into, there's always people trying to go for that kind of like a little bit of clout maybe, and they're just jealous that these guys are way more successful than they are. That's kind of my final thought on it. If it's proven that these guys are dodging each other, like screenshots are sent in and everything, I think EA does need to kind of take action against that. I think a lot of these guys too, like the reality is a lot of them are signed to clubs and a lot of them kind of represent something larger than just them. I don't get why they mess around with this, man, like at all. Like you're with the club, you're representing something greater than you. Why does it matter at this point whether you get 27, 28, 29 wins? Like, just play well in the qualifiers is all you need to do at that point. Overall, do I think Nick's mentality is totally right towards the situation? 110%. Nick is very, very good at this game, and I think he said the majority of the guys that he plays against, he ends up beating them and has, like, some crazy record against these guys in the Discord, too. So, if they want to keep going after him, like, by all means, go for it. You're probably going to lose, and Nick is only going to gain off it anyway. So, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I didn't want this to be too long of a video or anything like that. One final closing statement to this video is the fact that the world is weird, man. People out there are happy for you if you're doing well, but they stop being happy for you the second that you start doing better than them. I think a lot of these guys probably watch Nick's stream and they loved his stream, and the second Nick starts playing better and starts getting better finishes than they do every single week, that's the point in time where they want to try to screw him over. The internet, unfortunately, is always going to be like this. They'd much rather see people fail than see them succeed, especially if they're doing better than they are at that point in time. So, guys, just be a good person at the end of the day, man. That's all it comes down to, and I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.